Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So this is the second time that I'm recording this reading. I'm sure your experience has been just as crazy as mine over the last couple of weeks, and we have a lot going on the world stage as well. But it seems to me that something really shifted because all the readings I recorded disappeared from when I went to transfer my phone. They're just gone. Unable to get them back. And I've already recorded this reading once, so it's going to be a brand new recording, and I feel like that's happening because whatever I had said in that first recording no longer applies. The second thing that happened that was really bizarre, and I just wanted to share it with everybody in this monthly reading for March, was that a reading that had already been uploaded, processed, and was watched by a few of my patrons and a few of my friends before I released it to the public also disappeared. And that was on YouTube. And it just was there. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't. All of a sudden I got a notice saying it was a failed upload, even though it had already been processed and watched. So that's okay. We can redo it, and we can see what is this new timelines energy that we're needing to pick up on. It always happens for a reason. It's very frustrating to me. I tried many ways to try to get the readings back, but they're just are gone, completely gone. Everything else on my phone is intact, but they're gone. So that's enough talking about that. Let's go ahead and dive on into your reading, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, with your general energy. This is going to be general energy, and then we're going to do the extended over on Patreon, where they will get a look at their love life in particular, a look at finance, career, life goals, and a spiritual message. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. What's going on for you all? Okay, we have the King of Cups coming out. General energy for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, please. We have the High Priestess reversed. Let me clarify that. Aha, okay. The Six of Discs reversed. I feel like you're dealing this month. There's a focus on someone, because I feel a second energy that's kind of coming into the reading right now. So there's a focus on someone, and this person could be a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And there's someone that has been hiding something from you. Okay, now this could be, this could be yourself. This could be an aspect of yourself as well, but there's something where there's been information that has not been shared with you. There's something that's been hidden from you. And I feel like maybe it comes out in March, because I don't know why else it would be here. I mean, but it's letting me know. So if you're resonating right now, you're dealing with somebody that is a water sign or has a lot of water attributes in their personality or in their chart, and you feel like there's something they're hiding from you, that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to go ahead. Now, this does not have to be romantic. This deck sometimes that I'm about to use sometimes makes it more on the romantic angle. So only take what resonates, leave behind with this next part. Because lately, whenever I'm getting a person showing up, I want to take a look deeper into who that is. So those that this is for, know it's for them, okay? So I'm going to use the Who, What, Where deck. You can get that on Etsy. Okay, so we have, is known to be sarcastic often. So your first date will be within 5 days of a full moon. So you may have met this person near a full moon time. They may have a birthday that's by the full moon. If this is somebody that's like no contact, or you're getting to know, it's like a situationship, but you're not quite sure what's going on. Your first either reunion or coming into an awareness of where you both stand is going to be near a full moon. You also just might connect with the moon a lot, just for an identifier that this is for you. We have music will be playing when they ask you out. So music may be very significant to the connection in some way. I'm hearing like, one of my friends and a client just told me about the Cancer reading that disappeared. She was one person that got to see it. one of the people, and she said the song I was playing in the background, which I just have, whatever pops up, as long as it's calming and relaxing. That was a song that was really significant to her connection, but not necessarily how they met. And so, like, this, don't take it super literal if it's, that's not the situation, but music is there's something very significant about music, and the way you guys, how do I put this? Like, the way you guys come together, or what happened at certain parts of your connection, if that makes sense. Like, certain important parts of your connection, there could have been music playing in the background that always kind of stuck with you, or there's a certain song that really, really sticks with you regarding this person, or they had a song for you, or something like that. Who is this that's showing up for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising? Okay, grew up in a better than average household, so they may have grew up in a more privileged space. And this is going to be based on their surroundings, so it may not have been a better than normal household for your, your perspective. But if it depends on you, like if this person lived in a different area than you, maybe based on their area, they grew up with a bit more financial privilege or some type of privilege than the average person around them. Okay, so there's some markers for you. Go ahead and comment below if you're like, oh, I know who this is. Let me know which one of these cards or what information that came out here helped you link that connection. I love to hear that. It's like my favorite thing about the comment section is seeing that. Okay, so what about this? So this person, they haven't shared information with you. There's some secret that they have not been able to express. And what about that? Okay, so this is, yeah, exactly, transformation. We have the Death card. There's a change in that. There's a change in it being secretive. There is a release of it. Release of the information is what I'm hearing. So they're going to tell you, or if they're not telling you in March, they are deciding that they're going to tell you in March. You understand what I mean? Some of them are going to be going, because this is like it's an energy that sometimes somebody's stepping into to make that decision to change, and sometimes they are in the process of it, and sometimes they're at the end of it. Think about the deacons in Scorpio and how there's the three, there's 3 deacons in each sign. So it's like the beginning, the middle, the end. So they could fall anywhere in that spectrum, but this is what's known to them in March. And, depending on if they act on it or not, depends on like where they are at on their own journey and transformation. Okay, so why does Spirit want you to know about this? King of Wands. Spirit, why do you want them to know? Why do you want Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising to know about this? And the 8 of Discs. I'm hearing you're perfect as you are. I'm hearing there's nothing that you ever needed to change to have this information given to you. A lot of you, yeah, this is your love life, but some of you, it may be something else that you've been waiting for. Maybe a message about money, and maybe a message about career opportunities, about school. I just heard inheritance, so that could also be something for someone. But like, no, you don't have to do it. Like, you didn't have to do anything else to make this happen. It just needed to happen in the right time. To be confident, and be confident with the information that comes in. Some of you really fall into a space of, yeah, we have Muse reverse. You fall into a space where if you get something positive, you're looking for all of the ways that it could be wrong, or like, oh no, that's not for me, or like, because I don't get things like that, or like it. I feel like some of you, even, you have this thing, and I have it too, so I totally relate, where you get super anxious when things start going right, or you get anxious when you have a win because you have been going through a period where there hasn't been a lot of those. And so it's like, if something goes right, you're like, oh my goodness, like, what negative thing is going to happen to kind of balance this out? Like, I just feel like sometimes you think you don't deserve positive things, and this does feel very positive to me, this information being shared. Okay. What's being shared, Spirit? What is this person wanting to say generally? And remember, this is a general reading. So we have free will. What does this person want to say? And I think we're going to use my deck too to get some more messages. And nostalgia. Okay. So I think they want to talk about the past. And I think they want to talk about decisions that they made that they knew, like, there is an aspect of them, and I do think they're going to take this to a spiritual level for many of you. But it will be in like whatever way that they kind of understand this, like this transformation that they went under. So some of them, if they're really religious, because I kind of get like the cross with this, they may say like, I knew it was God's will for us to be together, but I decided to do what I was going to do. And then other people could be talking about universe, spirit, like whatever, it doesn't matter. They're basically admitting that they had a feeling that they were supposed to be with you, but they wanted to kind of go do what they were going to do. Like they were expressing their free will. And they want to talk about that. Okay, they want to talk about the past. What else do they want to talk about? Yeah. So, but they've had a lot of time to think. I think this could be like a lot of connections where you haven't spoken in a while. There's been like no contact for romantic connections, or for someone, I also feel like this could be family. This could be a sister, I'm hearing. But they've had time to really reflect. And now they want to share this information that they haven't been, felt that they could share. Fear. And they did this because they were afraid. They were afraid of your reaction. They were afraid of, some of them were afraid of hearing it come out of their own mouth, I'm hearing. Definitely like throat chakra blocked. Grief, but it's, I feel like somebody here, especially if this is family, they have something like really profound to share with you about an experience they had that caused them a lot of pain, and they've kind of kept it in. And this is why they have been so blocked off to you, because they've been trying to process this and they didn't want to say it out loud. So that's a very specific message. But overall, I feel like this person has, because they have not been able to share this, it's caused them a lot of grief, and they need to get it off their chest. They were making decisions based out of fear, and that's what transformed. That's what changed. Yeah, look at this. We have Dark Night of the Soul reverse. They were going through a dark night of the soul, or they were going through a very intense emotional experience. And then we have numbing coming out, which shows that they just tried to kind of shut it. Like they just weren't, I have this person like either like is no contact, or you guys have very like limited contact. So they just kind of closed the world out is what I'm feeling. Like they just didn't want to feel it. But eventually, they went, this is why I say people go through these things alone. They went through this. Yeah, in divine timing. They went through this alone, and in divine timing now, this is the divine timing. This is the month of the divine timing for them. They're able to fully experience this transformation, to be able to either step away from the fear of sharing this information, or they've already kind of went through that process. Like I said, it's kind of like a three-pronged thing. Like it comes in waves for whoever, the people you're dealing with, depending on where they're at. But as of March, they are ready to share. And before, like, I think they feel really bad about not sharing before, but they couldn't, because this was a part of their shadow work. They had to kind of go through some stuff and think about some things that have nothing to do with your guys' connection, that have all to do with their own spiritual development and their own connection. And so everything happens in divine timing is what I'm hearing. Let's see what else. Anything else from this, or any other things for Leo, Sun, and Rising? Oops. Okay, we have 1 year. So some of you guys may have not spoken for 1 year, I'm hearing. I feel like that's what that message is. Some of these people here, like they've been, yeah, I think all these people, they've been thinking about sharing this information for at least a year. So this is nothing that's like new. And then we have 2 weeks. So I feel like, yeah, like within 2 weeks of you watching this person is going to be coming in to tell you this information that has been withheld from you, you didn't know. Okay. So for those that are vibing on a romantic part, I'm going to go ahead and pull from my deck. This is my PDF deck that you can get on my Etsy shop, 1111 Mochi Babe. You can get it on my website. I put all the links below. You also can get it if you're in the hottest tiers of my Patreon. And it will be included with your monthly subscription. You'll be able to see that. So let's see. Messages. Obsessed. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. I stalk your socials and hope I run into you when I'm out. I'm hearing a lot of you live near this person, and you may have even seen them recently, or like hung out with them like in past, like maybe in passing or like for a short period of time. Because I do get the sense of that. Like I'm really drawn into hope I run into you when I'm out. So I feel like you're near this person for a lot of you. You're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you are most definitely my destiny. We belong together. Exactly. I was saying, like, they're going to take this to a spiritual level. They're going to say, like, you're their soulmate and they know that, or like you are part of their destiny and that we were supposed to be together this whole time. But I had to run away. Now, this is not about running away, the message, obviously, if you're reading it, but, that's what I was about to say, but like I had to run away. That's what I was going to say. So run away. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. So there is this desire just to connect just the two of you and have that space and that time, especially with, how crazy life has become. They just want to, and I think maybe part of that may have actually triggered. I saw this TikTok and it was one that only had like maybe like 1,000 reactions on it. So it popped up on my feed. And most of what I get fed by the algorithm is, the more trending things and actually a lot of what I get fed is like comedic things. I try not to do too much spiritual TikTok because there's a lot of things that I've seen before that irritated me, but the algorithm is starting to know me a little bit better, which is, another story. And I'm starting to get some of these smaller accounts, which I really do appreciate because I like to support content creators like myself that are smaller. And it was just really weird because I don't really follow with, divine feminine, divine masculine and unions and all that with the Twin Flame Collective. I understand it. I can share information about it, but I don't follow it for myself personally. So the one that I came across was talking about that COVID was an initiation for the feminine. And to really step into their power and to break away from codependency and really find themselves through that stillness and the silence of, the moments of isolation and all of that we went through. And I definitely resonate with that and vibe with that. And then they said that what's happening on the world stage with Ukraine and Russia is the initiation of the masculine. And there was something that really hit, like it just really took off with me. And I feel like that may be why I'm seeing so much about people coming into reconnecting and coming into connections and new relationships that are very profound when I was not seeing that for like a couple years. I was seeing it out in the future a couple years ago, but I wasn't seeing it for the very soon. And so I've always been very careful on this channel to not go there because I don't like to instill false hope in people. But I do feel like something has seriously shifted, and this may be a part of that for this person. If you resonate with the Twin Flame Collective, this may be a part of their awakening of their divine masculine energy. Just like COVID was a time where we were in isolation, having to kind of wait to receive. We had to wait to receive information what was going on. We had to wait and receive news of the next steps and like what we can do and how we can be safe. And there was a lot of, people that found themselves during that process. A lot of people woke up during that process. And now we're stepping into a space where instead of having to kind of wait and see, it's almost like you have to decide when to act and decide, in a firm manner, in a Martian manner, in the masculine manner. And I feel like they went through their own with their inner divine feminine, the receptive space, just like the divine people that hold more of the divine feminine energy did. And now they're going into a time where, okay, you've received the information, you've integrated it. Now you have to know when it's time to act, because everything that's reflective in our external world, there's also that's going on within our inner world, as above, so below, correct? So it just really kind of stuck with me. And again, I mean, of all the videos I see across that platform, like maybe I'll run into 2 twin flame type of conversations, and I usually scroll past them pretty fast because again, it's not something I follow personally. But yeah, I think that's what's going on here for you guys. I really do. We have emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm working on. So that was, I think, something, one, I'm hearing an identifier for you to know that this is who I'm talking about, and this reading is for you, because I do feel like this reading is for specific people, so whoever's supposed to find it will find it. But like this person, they definitely, obviously, they've been hiding this information. They needed to get to a space where they felt comfortable sharing it with you. Okay, so let's just get some advice here. Advice for the month. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, we have Curiouser and Curiouser, Discovery, Inquiry, Weirdness, Curiosity. I'm hearing like things are just going to keep getting weirder and weirder. Things are going to keep getting weirder and weirder. I don't know. So don't be surprised that things keep getting really weird. That's what I heard with that. And I have all must-have prizes, trying to please everyone. Okay, so that's a bit of a warning for you guys this month. You may step into a space where you're trying to keep everybody happy. And I feel like that's just because those that are finding this, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys are extra sensitive. And so you're seeing other people be very stressed out and concerned, especially other people that don't have a connection like you do to spirit, to ancestors, guides, like those people that are just kind of blind out there. This is a lot for them. And I feel like you may want to try to help them, and that's totally fine. But I'm going to say this. This is what I'm hearing from spirit. It may bounce back and kind of bite you, right? I'm hearing like, what is it? No good deeds go unpunished. If you're trying to help somebody awaken by kind of sharing your beliefs, it may end up into a situation where you're like, that was a waste of time. And so it's like, take care of yourself. You're extra sensitive again, so you're picking up on a lot that's going around you. And instead of like trying to help those that are going through their own crisis, because this could be their push to awaken finally, like let them go through that. You need to focus your energy on protecting your energetic barriers better. And so you're not picking up on their energy, so you're not so bothered and feel compelled to help them. Because that's part of the reason why you feel so much pressure to help them, is because you're picking up on their stuff. So it's kind of like, oh my God, like let me show you this so you can stop and I can relax. But instead, put that energy back in yourself, because nobody came in and pulled you out of that space, right? I'm sure you've ran across people, maybe including myself, that have helped you along the way, but you had to go through 99% of it that by yourself, which is why I always empower you guys, being like, you are doing this yourself. Like, we're not here like making it easier for you. You're still having to go through it. We're just kind of holding a light, an extra light, because you have a very powerful one within you already to help kind of guide you on the way and be like, yeah, keep going. You're doing okay. You got it. You need to let them have that too, because that's the only way to do it. There's no easy cuts. There's no, oh, I'm here. Like, don't put yourself in that savior role, right? Like, think about that for a little bit, and how kind of narcissistic that is, that you think you're so powerful that you need to help pull this other very powerful being out of their slumber. No, they came here to do that themselves. So we have, do not drink the poison, do not do things that you know are bad for you. And you already know your issue about kind of stepping into that role and how it's not all that great for you. And it's okay. Like, you don't need to, this is not your problem to fix. It's not your problem to fix. Okay. So that is going to be your reading. I was going to do a little bit more, but we're already at 23 minutes, so I better wrap it up. And because I have to jump into the extended reading, where we're going to go into a lot more details of what's going on this month. Since I know we kind of focused on one topic. Sometimes that happens, but we'll get some more details in the extended, along with a deeper dive into your love life, what's going on there with this person, and taking a look at your finance, career, life goals, spiritual message from ancestors and guides, some words of encouragement for them for the month. And you can all check that out on my Patreon. And I think that's going to be it. Make sure, and I asked this for you all, and I'm going to make it a habit, because I'm really bad at sticking to saying this in all my readings, but I really do ask you, if you really enjoy my work and if it resonates with you, please make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe, okay? Because that is how other people are able to find content like mine. That's how people be able to find me. And we're in a time where we're already seeing social media platforms start to kind of make it more difficult for us as as creators on these platforms to get our work out there by, you know, not picking up on certain things, and the algorithms really being difficult. So that's how you can kind of help with that. And that's how you can help grow the channel. If you want to help grow the channel even further, again, my Patreon, you can book a personal reading with me. And then I have information about donations if you would like to do that. I'm going to get a wish list together, but I have a lot of other stuff I want to get done before that. But if you'd like to make a donation, and thank everybody that has in the past, there is my information below for that. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so very much for being here, and I will see you all very soon.